What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to be talking none other than about all BT-11 reveals so far. We have another week down, and that means only 1 week left. So let's see what spiciness has been given to us. So without further ado, let's dive into the video and talk about it. So first off, it seems Crosshard is getting more love than it needs. So we have Taiki, Kira, and Nene at the start of your main phase by putting a Digimon with Crosshard or Blue Flare in its traits from your hand under this tamer. You get +1 memory and a draw. Really solid tech choice because now this speeds up both of those decks exponentially. Actually, it puts another clock in. You can't choke them weirdly if you don't have the memory setter. Stuff like that really does go the extra mile. And then your turn, when your Digimon with Digicross is played, by spending this tamer, you may place cards from under your tamers as evolution cards for Digicross. So this allows you to basically do what Mikey and Christopher has been doing, or, you know, Tai Kai and Kairaha. I'm going to just say Mikey and Christopher. It's just a lot easier for me to pronounce their names that way. So basically being able to take the sources and do that really does help out, and I think that's the way you want to do it. Put this card into play without paying its play cost. Is a security effect. I think this is pretty solid. I think this is really balanced in a way. Yes, it gives another way of going about things, but now this is splashable. Could have been a red-blue card, all honesty, but white will work with it. Then we got Shoutmon ×3, or Cross 3. So material save 2, start of your main phase. By deleting this Digimon, gain 1 memory. So it's a pseudo ×4 in a way, but it's like a passive turn that lets it trigger, but it doesn't have that unique, like, put all the sources back underneath. It's only going to let you save 2. So it's not terrible. Consistent wise, I don't think so. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 2 cards with Crosshard or Blue Flare and its traits to your hand. Put the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. What I'm seeing with this card ×3 is probably just a setup to try to get your, ×7 going. I think this is strictly ×7 support. So I think that's what they're trying to go for. Digicross, Shoutmon, Ballistamon, and Dorulomon. So I kind of see what they're trying to go with. Then we got Shoutmon Star Sword. So this Digimon card is treated as Shoutmon and Starmon. So what I'm thinking this one is strictly for is ×7 again. I don't see this as complicatedly wanting to be in the ×4 version, because ×4 just plays a little bit differently and focuses on ×4 and ×5. And splashing this in would ruin that dynamic it has. So, but it has material save 1. On play, if one of your opponent's Digimon gets -3000 DP for the turn, then if you Digicross using 2 cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 2000 DP or lower. So this allows you basically to pop any champion in the game at the moment. So usually that's pretty much in the ballpark, being able to bring it down to, a reasonable number. And what do I mean by a reasonable number? So any 5000 DPs instantly get down to the 2000 threshold. Any 4000 DPs brought down to the 1000 threshold, which is all poppable by your Star Sword Shoutmon. It's not terrible. And then we have Chikorimon. So on play, by deleting this Digimon, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Bagra Army to your hand. Put the remaining cards to the bottom deck in any order. On deletion, it has save and inheritable opponent's turn. When this Digimon is trashed from your Digievolution by an effect, gain 1 memory. It's going to be really interesting. I know there are dynamics with the Bagra Army that lets you do things on your opponent's turn, or it also helps negate the stripping sources and stuff like that. But I don't know how this is going to go. It's got potential. Mad Leomon Armored mode. So this is a Crossheart. So Mad Leomon with any Bagra Army card. Then we have opponent's turn. Once returned, when your opponent's hand is increased by effect. You may trash 1 card from this Digievolution card to draw 2 cards. So it combos really nice with the Shoutmon here. So if you do Mad Leo with that, you can then strip the sources when they add an effect, gain 1 memory, draw 2 cards. That's really nasty in a combo save. And then on deletion save, not terrible. And then inheritable opponent's turn, when this card is trashed from your Digievolution card by an effect, gain 1 memory. So it saves there too. So you kind of can gain memory that way and try to force it back to your turn. Then we have Takatamon. So it just has a reboot. It's a vanilla. We'll have to see what they want to do with that. Then we have Jurimon. So this Digimon card is treated as Numamon. So on play, by trashing 1 card from your hand that has Numamon, Shoutmon, or Nanimon, or Edamon in its name, draw 2 cards. Helps field a graveyard, stuff like this. Megalospark is probably one of the most craziest cards out there for right now. So why am I saying this? Is because Megalospark, when you have a yellow tamer, reduce display cost by 1. So this is basically support for any yellow deck, but you know this is going to go straight into security control of some sort. Main phase, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 8,000 DP until the end of the opponent's next turn. So basically we're minusing by 8,000 DP. That's crazy amount of value there, and I'm not even joking of how much of a pain in the rear 8,000 DP can be annoying. So that 12k is now 4,000 DP, which really could lead into some nutty situations, especially since this becomes a 4 cost if you have a yellow tamer in play. Your opponent now has to deal with this with 4, and then any Digimon that can come in and minus a board for 4,000 DP can kill anything for 12k bodies, and that can get really frustrating for a lot of players. Resolve main effect. Then we got the Edamon crew. We finally got a new Edamon. So Edamon Digivolving from your level 4 with Shoutmon in its name for a 3 cost. Not terrible. On play, when Digivolving by trashing 1 card with Shoutmon in its name from this Digievolution card or your hand, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP and security minus 1 until the end of next turn. So what gets really nasty here is if you can get King Shoutmon after you make that minus 3,000 DP and the minus security check, then you can turn them into a Shoutmon and instantly make them dead, because that instant 3,000 DP reduction set to 3,000 instantly kills them by the minus 3,000 DP, and boom, they're gone. So that's just what that wants to go for. Inheritable both player turns. When this Digimon is deleted, by deleting another Digimon with Shoutmon in its name, this Digimon is not deleted. So what is really going to be very interesting with is how this is wording. It doesn't say your side. We're going to need a Q&A on this, because it should be your Digimon. I don't see you being able to go like, oh, your opponent's Shoutmon, pop, that way. I don't see that, but who knows? I'm not the expert in this game sometimes. Metal Edamon on play. When Digivolving, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. You may play any Digimon with Shoutmon, Shoutmon, or Edamon in its name to up to the total number 7 costs without paying its memory cost. Trash your main cards. So this basically means if there's an Edamon for a 7 play cost, which we do have that Edamon that has the on deletion, be able to play a meta Edamon, or well, an level 6 Edamon basically from its being deleted is another really powerful way of going about it. So now we get to play that. That's a 7 cost. That sets up for more cycling with monkey shenanigans. But you can also get a little bit of a wider board with the Shoutmon and Shoutmon, because they're both a 3 and a 4. So instantly get play both of those, and then you build a pretty solid board that way. And then let's talk about it. Rena is the secret rare. Rena is the secret rare of the set. One of them. We have one more. Hopefully it's the World 3 boss. Let's see. On play, one of your Digimon with Veemon gains blocker and evade until the end of your opponent's next turn. And then both player turns, when this Digimon with Veemon in its name is suspended, you may suspend this tamer, trigger one of that Digimon's when Digivolving effects. Once per turn, when your blue Digimon is unsuspended, gain 1 memory. So what's really nasty about this is that they want you to probably combo this with the Digimon Zero card that was like everybody got as a box topper in BT6 or BT6, I think. I don't think it was BT7, but if it's BT6, now you get to annoy the daylights out of your opponent, because that just is an instant wombo combo. So what do I mean by instant wombo combo? So you'll do purple, blue with this, and then you use the Garurumon, Gabumon, and then the Pagumon. Pagumon's, when attacking, is trash one card from the top of your deck. The when attacking skill of Gabumon is draw a card, discard a card. And then the Garurumon is draw a card, discard a card. I think these are both from the starter decks, so that's the way you're going to be going using that. And then you use Wear Seadramon, the purple blue card, and then you go into All Force, Digimon Zero, swing in, restand Arena by its Wind Digivolving effect. And then basically when you attack, you trigger Arena, and then you're just going really opponent ham in face, and it really annoys your opponents to Kingdom Come. So that's how that's going to go about. And I mean, once per turn, when your blue Digimon is unsuspended, gain 1 memory. So it's going to be very interesting. Then we have new All Force Veemon. When Digivolving, you may play 1 blue Tamer from your hand without paying its cost. Then you have your turn. When you play a blue Tamer, unsuspend this Digimon. Your turn once per turn. When this Digimon is unsuspended, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to hand. For each blue Tamer, you have increased the level of this effect by 1. So that's really awesome. Just being able to return one of your opponent's level Digimon, and it goes up. And since this thing wants to play, you may play 1 blue Tamer without paying its cost. Using Arena's effect, sets up more. Just crazy shenanigans. Just gets this to build a wide Tamer board. The only thing you have to really worry about is Death X coming down and just ruining your day. Or, you know, Gaiomon, or aka Black War Greymon. So just keep that on the back burner with this deck. Ice Statue. When you have a blue Tamer, reduce the play cost by 1. So this becomes a 5 cost. Trash the top 3 Digi-Evolution cards from one of your opponent's Digimon. Then return one of your opponent's Digimon without any Digi-Evolution card to its owner's hand. Resolve the main effect. I love that it's trying to get around the fact that we have, you know, X antibody. So it's like, well, we can't go up in trash. Well, we're going to go from your top sources down. So we're going to kill your ultimate and just leave that X antibody there. We don't care. We're just going to make sure we get the strip. So that's about it. Hero Veemon, main effect, once per turn. By suspending this Digimon, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add all blue Tamers to your hand, put the remaining cards to the bottom of the deck in any order, and Hero, when attacking once per turn, trigger the on-play effect of one of your Arenas. So basically this Arena on play is one of your Digimon with Veemon or Veemon gains blocker and evade until the end of opponent's next turn. That's just really nasty. Why does it get blocker and evade? Give it to black. It needs it. Next we have Veemon or VV. When playing, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Veemon in its name and a blue Tamer from among them to your hand, put the rest at the bottom deck in any order. Really awesome there. And Hero, once per turn, when a blue Tamer is played on your side of the field, you get +1 memory. Cool. We're going to just gain some crazy shenanigans here. And then Veemon, once per turn, when a blue Tamer is played on your side of the field, draw a card. That's fine. And Hero, once per turn, when a blue Tamer is played on your side of the field, gain 1 memory. So, Rena costs 3. This guarantees that in the perfect line sense, she's a 1 cost. Fun! So, free stuff like that. Justimon Excel Arm. So, Digivolving from a card with Justimon in its name for 1 cost by returning a card with Justimon in its name that is not Justimon Excel Arm from your Digi-Evolution sources to your hand. Till the end of turn, this Digimon gets Security +1 and Piercing. So, finally, giving them more OTK potential. The only thing that really is crazy shenanigan is you just want to restand and cycle through and just have enough for the 1 cost evolve shenanigans. When attacking, if you have a Tamer in play, you may evolve this card into a card with Justimon in its name that is not Justimon Excel Arm in your hand by ignoring its Digi-Evolution cross requirements by 2. So what I really like is that it can return pieces to its hand, so this can set up for a couple, you know, multi-evolution swings and get a couple security checks in. So I think Excel Arm is probably one of the better cards. We're just now missing GX. I mean, it's X antibody form, so we'll see what they do there. And then we have Blue Meramon, so it has Retaliation. So this is going to help Mervamon. And then when Digimon draw 2, then trash 2 cards from your hand. And Herald both turns. When this Digimon is played by an effect, gain 1 memory. So this is really just Mervamon support in a nutshell. That gaining that extra memory really does help out. Magnum Bomb, if you have a red tamer, reduce the play cost by 1. So this is a 5 cost. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. Resolve this main effect. Okay, expected. Nothing too crazy here. We expected this. Being able to destroy the lowest DP. It's like a smaller Gaia Force. If it's only like if we're in a single stacking format, especially since it's a 5 cost. If you have a red tamer out, that really does help out removing big threats off board. And then we'll talk about Angemon. On deletion, when you have a purple Digimon or tamer, you may play a Devimon from trash without paying its cost. Really awesome. We'll look at Devimon shortly. And then we do have Holy Sunshine. If you have a yellow tamer, reduce the play cost by 1. So this becomes a 7 cost. 3 of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5,000 DP and security minus 1 until the end opponent's next turn. I like how they're just trying to go like, well, now we're going to combo minus security check 1 and minusing the DP more often now. It's like, can we not? Like, you made it already too consistent and too annoying. Now you're making it even more annoying. Okay. Now our super rare, Mira, aka Mami. Start of your turn, memory plus 1. Your turn, when your Digimon digivolves into Angelwomon or Lady Devi. If you have 1 or less Digimon, you may suspend this tamer, play an Angelwomon or Lady Devi from your hand with a different name from the Digievolution cards without paying its cost. That's really awesome. So you basically get 2 free joggers into Maste. Wow, for 1 cost. How's that fair? So, but I get it. She's a 5 cost, but crazy strong. And she just gains a free memory anyway, so she'll constantly just gain you memory. Security, play this without cost. Not terrible. And then Angemon, when digivolving, look at all your security you may reveal and add 1 angel or archangel or fallen angel to your hand. If you do, recovery 1, then shuffle your stack. So what the game plan here is you probably want to go into this one if you don't have the piece already, Lady Devi, in your hand. You get to dig through your security, grab it, you get to play it, and that's just going to really help you out. And then your turn, once per turn, when you play Lady Devi or Mira, gain 1 memory. And then inheritable once per turn, when you have a purple Digimon, all your angel, archangel, or fallen angel gain blocker. So this basically sets up for wider boards and protection. So that really does help out because we need more blockers and more consistent ways of having a decent sized strong blocker on board. So I think that's what we want. And then we have Devimon. While you have a yellow Digimon or yellow tamer in play, this Digimon gets rush and retaliation. Really nasty. Why does it have to have rush and retaliation? And then Evil Squall. When playing this card, if you have a purple tamer in play, the cost of playing this is reduced by 1. So this becomes a 7 cost. Delete 3 of your opponent's level 5 or lower unsuspended Digimon. So if they're going wide, you can just clear a board that way. Really nasty. Not terrible at all. Lady Devi, when digivolving, you may trash 1 card from your hand. If you do, return 1 Miri or angel, archangel, or fallen angel from the trash to your hand. Your turn, once per turn, when you play an Angelwomon or Mirai, gain 1 memory. Both similar effects to Angelwomon here for that gaining the extra memory. So that's not terrible. And then inheritable, when you have a yellow Digimon, all your Digimon with angel, archangel, or fallen angel gain retaliation. So now they have blocker and retaliation. Yeah, no. That's just nightmare fueled. Calves, Angemon, when digivolving, when your security is 5 or lower, recovery 1. Okay, solid recovery there. Opponent's turn, when your security is reduced, when your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP. And this stacks, by the way. This is every time you lose a security. So I feel like this is another security control card that they want to have, because now they have to get rid of him first. If they keep swinging in, you're going to lose pieces quickly. Then we have Hercules Kabuterimon X Antibody. It has a security plus 1. Not bad. When digivolving, if this Digimon has Hercules Kabuterimon or X Antibody instead of Digivolution, return 1 of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of their owner's deck. Okay. Being able to spin something away really does help out, and it's just got to be well timed. especially if you use like Hercules, Kabuterimon from starter deck, Digiburst 2, instantly suspend, get it out of here. Not bad, not a bad trade-off. High Mega Blaster, choose one of your Insectoid Digimon, suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to the selected Digimon. So, most 12Ks, then one of your opponent's suspended Digimon cannot unsuspend during their next unsuspend phase. Suspend 2 of your opponent's suspended Digimon. And we've already gone over these guys. So guys, what do you think? I find it interesting we have a secret and a super rare tamer this time around. And what's really going to be interesting is what they do with Taiga's Greymon line. I'm very skeptical on what they're planning now because the secret seems to be the Digimon World 3 boss, and Green only has enough for the Greymon line, and it's going to become a rare. And I don't understand that, guys. Why would you do that? That needed to be at least a minimum super rare. If everybody else is a super rare, I don't get why you guys went, nah, bro, we ain't doing that here. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. What did you think of this week's reveals? It would be a pleasure. So, guys, without further ado, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next video. Peace!